Hi, ECF. Hey, on Sunday afternoon after morning services, we came over here with a couple of our elders, Mark Gosney and Todd Jensen, and discussed a little bit more about what we discussed on Sunday morning with Nehemiah 5 and the whole idea of tithing and generosity. And after John Adair's presentation on our finances for ECF, we just want to kind of unload a little bit more for you and let you in a little bit of the conversation that we had Todd and Mark do here in our studio. It was quite compelling, and it talked a lot. You can see a lot about their heart in here. And so, without further delay, I just want to turn it over to them, and we just let you see some snippets of their conversation here. So, Mark, let's take it away.
Nicole and I were drowning in debt several years ago and became very convicted that God had desired to set us free from that burden. It was bondage. One of those principles that excited us most was from a Dave Ramsey financial session. We learned that getting rid of debt was not just important for us, but it was important for the kingdom. It was a multi-year plan. It freed us from credit card debt, and those resources we were able to use towards the kingdom. We committed to give, whether it was maybe $3 or $300. It really recentered our marriage, restored some damaged areas of trust. But don't think that we're special or pulled ourselves out of a debt ditch. We didn't. We acknowledged, confessed, and by exposing that situation, true healing started. What about you, Todd? I know you and Susan have been involved in home groups with us and others. I know you've served as an elder on a couple churches. You have a very strong passion towards stewardship. What are some of the biggest misconceptions about giving to the local church that you feel need to be addressed?
I think one of the biggest things for me is that the misconception that giving is sacrifice, that we have to sacrifice to give. I really believe that giving is really blessing us. It seems like at the moment, gosh, my checking account just went down. How is that blessing me? But I can tell you that for years, Susan and I have been kind of characterized by faithful giving. Now, I'll admit, we missed a month last year, and so this year I'm committing to, instead of giving just 10%, I'm giving 11%, because I know we need a 5% increase, and if I can help bridge that gap, I will. Now, I want you to understand, I've got 2 kids in college right now, and we were not able to save for college. We're having 4 kids, it's been really a hard struggle just to sometimes make ends meet. But we've been able to consistently tithe, and I have seen God bless us through that. I can spend probably an hour or more telling you how many times God has provided. And so when James 1 says, consider it pure joy when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, I'm starting to get that. I'm starting to understand the joy, because I want to see God move. I want to see God move in my life in a tangible way. And so when those struggles come, it's like God is coming. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know He's coming, and it's going to be great. And so I kind of start to get that, but it still is not always pleasant to go through those times when you're gutting it out, wondering how things are going to work out.
Yeah. Well, in one of our lowest points, we financially didn't have, we needed a certain amount of money, and Nicole showed me a check for something that actually was going to cover a bill that someone had sent us out of the blue. And I always was like, when I heard stories like that from other people, I was like, really, it was within the 5 cents that you needed, but it was legit. I saw it and it was like, man, God is amazing. The fine details. And same with me, this 40 days of focus for us, prayerfully considering what does our tithing look like for 2018 and beyond to actually make it a focal point. So I'm with you. Hey, Todd, this reminds me of a quote from Francis Assisi. Remember, when you leave this earth, you can take with you nothing that you've received, only what you have given, a full heart, enriched by honest service, love, sacrifice, and courage.
Mark, I'm just honestly blown away that you're reading Francis Assisi.